Right now, many of my viewers will start their very own record labels in 2024, but many of you all won't make it until 2025 or into 2025. And that's really because there's no plan in place. Like, we're really excited about doing things, but we don't have a plan. So what we got to do is take a serious look at what you're good at as a label or a team, or as a do-it-yourself or just a single person. And then from that, we want to look at how you're going to place your mark on the world. And really, this shouldn't be as difficult as it may seem, but it's just a couple key things that you got to know in building your mission and structure and plan for the label that you will build. All right, so we're going to talk about that coming up right now on the Music Money Makeover show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover show. My name is Casey Graham. Let's hop right in. So we got to start with economic goals, and we need 3 of them. And for all the people that I've talked to on my calls, this is probably one of the most fearful things is economic goals, because so many people are on the creative side of music that they don't really think about the business. So economic goals means putting numbers down on paper so you can build a strategy around reaching those goals. Revenue, followers, and email subscribers, or whatever tickles your fancy, a number-based goal has to be put on paper. Now, you can do it from a 10-year goal, a 5-year goal, or a 1-year goal, or you could do it by quarter, or you could do a 2-year goal. The point is, we need 3, because these 3 economic goals will set the foundation for what we begin to strategize on. All right? Without these, we ain't going nowhere. Okay? So think about what those could be, from revenue to followers and to email subscribers, or whatever number you want to look at, or whatever metric you want to go by. Build a goal on that, and then we can begin to strategize. So check it out. Let's talk about market share next. How much and what type of market do you plan to own for your time of reign? So that could mean a genre and a subgenre, but they are big aspirations. I will say that because you're dealing with everybody at the majors as well as the big independents. So that might be a little bit of a big aspiration for you to start with, but regionally we can go here. Regionally, a physical presence is very obtainable. And number 3, a social media network by genre or niche is very achievable as well. Okay, so you might be from Texas. Texas has got a lot of rappers coming out now who actually really understand the game and the new way it's played. Let's see, you got a lot of people coming out of Florida that I like, that really understand how to really get the region, especially Jacksonville, that really knows how to get the regional market popping. I don't like what I'm seeing out of Atlanta right now. I'm just being frank with you. Let me see who else has some things. North Carolina's got some things going on. I'm not really too hip to the California market, but a regional presence is very, very obtainable. So you want to find where you're going to reign in your market selection. Okay. Now, how will your music change the world? This is very important. What is your mission for the world with the music you create or artists you sign? So I'm playing both sides of the field, whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or you're signing artists. Everybody creates audio dopamine so listeners can escape the ways of the world. Pause for a second. Everybody does create audio dopamine. If you need to know how to make some audio dope or some musical crack, watch my video on how to make musical crack. I'm serious, because this is what it is. Now watch this next sentence here. The question is, once they escape, this is the mundane, the person who's escaping their mundane lives. Once they escape, what will you use your music to inspire the listeners to do? What is this intention that you're putting into your music? What is the emotion that you want to play on to get these people to move, dance, drive their car, exercise, and work out? You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. What is the assigned action you want the world to do with this music that you sign or that you create? And where is the market share we're taking over? And what is the number we need to hit? You see how we starting to plan this out now? You see how this starting to make sense? Now let's go a little bit deeper. What is the strength of the label? What is the label best at doing? Or what are you best at doing if you're a single person here? Are you great at promotion with incredible release plans that cause pandemonium with your artists? Will you be known for your licensing techniques by putting your music in the right places at the right time? Will you be great at developing story loops via content so your artists can live for a long time? Because I don't know if you noticed, but you got artists out there who are using old content and recycling that on their pages, and it keeps people engaged with the artist, even though they're not on social media. This is how important content is. So some people are really, really good at content itself. Some people are really, really good with licensing. You know what I'm saying? And then some people just know how to create pandemonium via the content or whatever it is they're doing. So you want to find your strength either with you as a person, as an artist, or just a do-it-yourselfer. And then for those who have a team, as a label. Now, why will fans buy your music or prefer the artist you sign? That's a really good question. Is it quality, professionalism, or craftsmanship? There is a trait that you possess as a label team or an artist to make people listen to or buy from you. Question is, what is that trait? You get what I'm saying? And that's something that you got to have an introspection thing with. You got to dig deep to find that. Because once we find that trait and why will fans buy your music or prefer the artist you sign, then we look at the strength that we have. Then we say, okay, this is how we're going to change the world with the strength that we have and why they prefer it, right? Because we recognize who we are now. And then we figure out the market share that we're going to attack. And then we have our 3 economic goals. We are now beginning to win our battle. So this is you. I just want to put out music. Is this necessary? If you would like to grow and succeed as a company or artist, all of this is very much necessary. There is no way around it if you'd like to replace your income with doing what you love, which is music. And I'm dead serious. Whether you just go into licensing alone and you don't want to be seen as an artist on the scene, or if you say, I want to stand in the spotlight, or I want to build a community or whatnot, this planning is necessary and these questions should be added to your planning. Now, how do you figure out the strength of the label? Examine your first train of thought when it comes to putting your music out. And this will automatically let you know what your strengths are and the direction the label will move into. Now, of course, you got other people on your team or other help that is good that's around you, and their first trains of thought of how you should put your music out should be documented as well, so that you know, okay, this is the strength of my team and what they would do, and this is what I would do. And let's put both heads together and figure out how we're going to bring it, and make a sandwich of this thing. You get what I'm saying? Now, here's you again. I wasn't planning on changing the world. Why would I do this? Okay. Many artists don't know that when they open their mouths and speak, they are impressing their thoughts, experiences, and opinions onto the world. This is what leaving your mark on the world means. You're going to naturally do this, but once you become aware and do it with intent, your fan base grows bigger exponentially, and you'll begin to develop a cult following because people see you as genuine. One of the ways I like to express the example of leaving your mark on the world is the man that created the 808 machine and the 909 machine. That is leaving your mark on the world. That is an incredible impression on the world on what he felt that electronic drums should sound like. And from that, that changed the entire way music has been created and the way it sounds. That 808, that Roland TR 808. So that's what leaving your mark on the world means. And it could be a message that you say. Now, all of this planning is great. And some of you all are already on your way. But for those of you all who aren't, it doesn't matter whether you're a producer, a songwriter, a singer, an artist, or just a new music exec who needs to build their record or publishing company in 60 days or less without searching all over the internet for the how-tos, because we're already a month and a half into 2024. I got you covered, and we're going to knock it out very, very quickly in 60 days. And if you want to get this done, check it out. We're going to build a strong company foundation with an LLC so that you can expound upon that. And then you're going to learn how to play the game via contract so you're not getting lost in the sauce out here. And then finally, the key component here is to be able to collect your international and domestic record and publishing royalties without the middleman taking 15%. Okay, that's the big plus here. And all of this is going to happen very, very quickly for you. And everything you see on the right-hand side is included, plus much, much more. Click the link beneath this video to get started today. All right, grab the free stuff below. If this is your first time watching the show, a free split sheet is included with this download of 10 major steps to increase your record label's profits. But here's what I wanted to get to. Taking time to address all of these questions. This means you'll have a much more detailed focus on what you're doing as an artist or label. This also makes what you're doing grow a lot better without all the weeds in the way. And that's the whole point, right? A lot of people got a lot of misconceptions about a lot of things. They got a lot of doubts in their mind. But as we begin to put the answers to these questions we were talking about today down on paper, a lot of those doubts start to move out of the way. Some of them, not all of them, you get what I'm saying? But if you never address these questions, you will stay stuck in an endless cycle of never growing your label or career. And it takes roadmaps and planning to build a music career or label, and somebody has got to do the work. So we don't want to be in a position of being stuck. We want to start moving, and this is where we want to be. So if you were pondering the idea or struggling with the idea of how you were going to build this prosperous record label, and for those of you all who have just started the 60-day record label course, my hat's off to you. Thank you for joining in. At least now you have a little bit more information as to how you're going to plan this thing out and what you're going to build into your record label plans coming up and throughout the year. All right, Music Money Maker. So if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com, jump into the 60-day record label course, download the free stuff below, book a call on musicmoneymakeover.com, and I will see you next time. Peace.